Greetings, this is the 10th video for the SCA Virtual Cooking Challenge, and today's recipe comes from the 15th century France book, the Vivandier, and it's for a recipe called Applummus, and it translates to apple mush. So it doesn't sound very appetizing when you say it that way, but it's something of maybe an applesauce or an apple custard, and I'm not really sure yet, and we won't really know until I cut into it. So the recipe says to make an apple sauce, get peeled apples, cut into pieces, then set to boil in pure fresh water. When they are thoroughly cooked, drain off all the water and saute them in good fresh butter. Get fresh cream and well-beaten egg yolks and saffron and salt judiciously. On dishing it up, cinnamon and sugar generously over top. So because it has eggs in it, I'm thinking it might be a custard, but I'm not certain. For this recipe, I used 5 apples. That seemed like a goodly amount for this recipe, and peeled them and quartered them, or sometimes cut each half into thirds, so 1/6 to 1/8 of the apples, but I didn't cut them too small. Placed them in a pan of water on the stove and brought them to a boil, which took about 15 minutes. I boiled them until they were soft when I poked them with a fork. After they were boiled, I drained the water out, put 2 ounces of butter in there, and then heated them again with the butter, stirring occasionally so they get sauteed with the butter. Then I put them onto the bottom of a tart pan. For the cream and eggs portion, I separated the yolk from 6 eggs, so it was just the yolk added, along with 2 cups of heavy cream. Previous recipes for egg and cream mixtures used about 6 egg yolks to 2 cups. So that's what I used in this recipe. The recipe itself does not give you any measurements. To the egg and cream mixture, I then added some saffron. This is some saffron I got in Turkey, in Istanbul. And it's very colorful. It's a very deep red color. Gives a nice orangish color to it, even more so than the egg yolk does. So I just liberally strewed in a pinch of saffron and then blended it all together. I poured these over the top of the apple in the tart dish. Because it had raw eggs, I knew it had to be cooked. There weren't any cooking instructions included. So after sprinkling it with a little bit of salt and with a lot of cinnamon and sugar mix, I put it in the oven for about 30 minutes at 350 degrees until it looked like it had set. Then I removed it from the oven and let it cool. Here it is cooked up. I've added cinnamon and sugar on it already. It seems kind of firm, so it's not really an apple sauce like a traditional apple sauce. So I'm not certain what it's going to look like inside. I'll cut a piece and see if it's not like a custard. So the apple was on the bottom, the cream and egg mixture was added to the top. They had been cooked to heat them up, and then I did go ahead and put it in the oven just a little bit to bake it so it would set. And now I'm going to add a little more cinnamon and sugar on top and give it a try. that was really good, although I didn't get any apple in that bite. The apple is on the bottom. Let's try another one. The apple is soft because it was boiled and then sauteed in butter. I didn't chop it up fine like a mush like an applesauce. I left it into quarters and eighths of apples. So you can see the apple itself here on the bottom, and then the custardy part is on top. But it is really good. It's essentially it is an apple custard. There isn't very much custard to this. As you can see, it's mostly apple with just a thin layer of the custard on top. But the taste is really good. I could eat this whole pie. So apple mush made with soft apples and a little bit of egg and cream custard on top, sprinkled with cinnamon sugar, a little bit of salt, is a really nice treat and tastes very good. Wasn't hard to make. You should give it a try. Thank you for watching.